And welcome back to the podcast. See, don't come out the same
Ah,
energy.
I got the jitters.
Hell yeah. And welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, J Vaz, and you're watching the J Show, music and entertainment at its finest. We got a special guest. He's a returning guest. We'll talk about that here in a second, though. Before we get to there, make sure you follow us on all the social media pages at the JVaz Show. Check out the website, TheJVazShow.com. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at the JVaz Show. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or iHeartRadio, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, the rate, and the review button. Let us know what you think and who you would like for us to have on here next. Let's get into this. So, a returning guest, he is a poet, he said. He writes for the Hispanic culture.
Yeah.
No, all bullshit aside. Tura, welcome to the show, man.
What's good? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, welcome back. We had you about
On the telephone. That's
over the
crazy. I
phone.
never did nothing like that. That was the first time for me. I was like, I'm maybe on the telephone. Like, I mean, how does this work? And it was tight.
Yeah,
It was
man.
cool.
It was I got introduced to you by Smooth Vega. Shout out to Smooth Vega.
Yes.
And I was like, who's this Robert guy? Who's this? Who are you talking about? He kept talking about, this dude is raw, man, blah, blah, blah. Literally raw.
Yeah.
So started checking out your music, and I was like, okay, like
You
ever
got a
since
little
then,
something, yeah.
I fuck with this dude, man. And we had you on the show. You guys can go back and check out the audio version of that one. We got to know you as an artist. We got to know you, talk about your history, how you build a name for yourself, so to
Yeah.
speak, which was in the battle rap. You still out here doing that, or you
Nah,
retired?
definitely not. Definitely retired. I've been trying to do the whole like switch it over to the artist and trying to show everybody what I bring to the table, like musically, instead of just like, oh, he goes around and he, gets everybody's heads off and then the
Start bullying
ciphers and
people.
shit. Yeah, which is cool. I mean, I'm always that's always gonna be a part of me.
Yeah.
But this is the new stuff, and we're gonna try to push this forward. And I still want to have that side of me where it's like, hey, y'all want the smoke? We can really get down to it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, what am I really going to bring to the world and share, with the people and my story and all that stuff.
Yeah. See, that's something that I'm seeing, because obviously I follow you on social media. And something that I've been seeing you do more is show more of your artist side.
Yeah.
Playing the guitar.
Yes.
Your album that we'll talk about here that you talked about it on that interview, but you just recently dropped it not long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been like 6 months now, but you
Hell
get it.
yeah.
But you get it.
Yeah, it took a minute.
But now you're showing more of your artistic side. How did we get here? Like, why did you decide that this is the route that I'm going to take now?
It's just really, and thanks for seeing that too, shit. And I mean, you actually listen to the music and shit. Motherfuckers have me on this shit and don't even like. So, like, this is your first album or what's going on, But so appreciate you listening and seeing the growth and shit. But it was just really, yeah. It's like, man, I hear my music back then, and it was just very, I always try to rap like Lil Wayne and shit, and I always just have the hardest bars, and my songs be okay. I was like, man, what's missing? When I hear other people's stuff, I don't try to like how do you say compete with them so forth, but I'm like, what do they have? And they're having something that's taking them up, and I'm still kind of down here. What do I need? It's like, man, I need to make actual records, actual songs that are gonna withstand time and shit. You can play at like family barbecues and shit. Yeah. And now these shows, all the shows that I've done this year, has been for like older crowds and like all these white people coming up to me and like, that was amazing. This isn't that. It's like that's why it's good that I branched out like that, and now I can do these kind of different shows. It's like I'm trying to get to the point where it's like I'm gonna wreck a rap show one night, and then the next day I'm gonna be like at a coffee shop doing like an acoustic set or some shit, and then switch it up, and like later that night I'm gonna go do like a fucking house DJ set or something. So I'm trying to branch out and do what I really can do, and even besides the music, just like working on my improv shit and just being more comical and being myself and trying to my bad if I'm blabbing, bro. I smoked earlier, so I'm gonna be blabbing. Stop me whenever, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. So I'm glad you brought the how you're doing these different kind of shows, and you brought up the fact that white people showing up and shit. No, and the reason I say that is because you had a show maybe like a month ago or less than that. I don't know the exact date.
Yeah.
But I remember you were sitting down Indian style playing the guitar, and the crowd was vibing.
Oh.
And you look at the crowd, and the majority of the crowd was white folks. But and I'm not trying to make this a race thing.
Nah.
But the fact that you're getting love from other cultures, other races. How does that feel as an artist to see you grow that way?
That's what I'm saying, man. It makes me feel it like I've always felt confident about my music, always felt confident about my rapping, of course, because I've took all these accolades, whatever accolades or acolytes. I never got that
That's
part.
a big ass word for me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so I collect all those for the rap and shit. But now it's like I'm seeing different things. You know, these people sit. I never even met this person. They're sitting here talking to me for like 10 minutes. Like, oh my, your potential is so great. You should do this. You should do that. You should do like, bro. I just met you, but this is time. Like I
Yeah,
appreciate it, but it puts me in a whole different light, and I'm just glad I took that step because I think it was very necessary, and also it makes me realize something that it's like kind of like a battle that I think me and a lot of other artists of my color fight, where it's just like we're gonna be boxed in as Latino rappers, but it's like me. I want to I want to have shit for the mainstream. My shit's for the masses and not just for one
yeah,
specific race. Even though like majority, yeah, sure. But now that I do songs like "Make Time" and all this other different shit, that it opens up to the white people. It's like my shit's for everybody, and don't box me in because I'm, you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm doing a whole different thing.
Was there ever a point you were worried that you were gonna get maybe like backlash or something from? Oh, now he's trying to do, now he's trying to be pop or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
Were you ever worried about that?
I mean, I think I always am like that shit because I always felt with earlier mixtape, like when I first dropped my first project, like 2012, when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do music. That was like some high smoke, get high all day type shit, Wiz Khalifa type shit, because that's what I was on at the time. And then I was like, man, I would hear other artists, and I'm like, man, I need to get some more boom bap shit. I need to, stay spit the bar off the boom bap with the sample. So I tried to do the boom bap shit. I'm like, man, my shit ain't Texas enough. I need to do the. But I made a song called "Throw It in the Game," and then
Yeah,
that was a good song for me because I went off like all them showcasing shit off that song because it was just the H Town shit with the Fat Pat sample. So I was like. I was always in a rut where it's like, damn, my shit ain't enough like this. My shit ain't enough like this. So now what I'm doing is just combining it all, and then I'm also sprinkling this new shit that I'm trying. Where it's like I'm really gonna develop myself as, because I'm growing as like a man too, as a
yeah,
spirit, as a spiritual being, and then also I'm like growing as an artist. So I'm like, what am I really gonna do? I need to set myself apart from all these. There's so many dope rappers and MCs and all that shit. But it's like, okay, cool. Let me do something that's gonna set me apart, and I think it's working, and it's badass.
yeah. So is it safe to say that back then you were trying to make music to please people. Now you're making music just for yourself to show that the growth to yourself, basically.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah,
I'll say that. Yeah, fuck it. I mean,
he
it's
said,
just
"Fuck it."
like ah, I don't want to say I do it just for myself. I mean, I do because I love music and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah,
But I there's a part to it where it's like, well, I gotta make sure something. It's my shit is universal, where it's like everybody could jam it, and it's just like I say this shit all the time. It's like with Drake and shit, where it says like, all I care about is money in the city where I'm from. Anybody could say that, and it's so relatable. It's so fucking like,
yeah.
oh, I do love the city where I'm from, and I love making
This is
and
why I'm doing
fuck
it.
it, I'm on one.
Yeah,
Like that's so it's universally anybody could say it. So I think it's tight. So that's where I kind of try to do my shit like now
yeah,
too. Not that I'm saying I'm trying to be like Drake, but I'm trying to all my lyrics and at least my hooks. I want it to feel like anybody could say, because you know what I'm saying. And I think that's why this shit is working because I'm
yeah.
yeah.
Last time we had you on the show, you were just about to drop. I think it was called the six pack
Oh, the
mixtape.
5 pack.
The
Yeah, the
five
five. It
pack.
was supposed to be a 6 pack, but I just put it to five.
Yeah, you were about to drop that.
Yeah,
I think like the next week.
that's tight because we didn't ever talked about it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you
So
bringing it up.
so you know the reason I real reason I brought it up because I wanted to compare your work on that mixtape
Huh.
to Bobby Trillito, which we'll get into here in a
Bro,
second.
dude, I'm with that shit.
So
That's
so
tight. Thank you. I'm excited. Thank you.
so whenever you were working on the five pack, were you still the old Too Raw, or were you already in the process of in the growth?
I think that's what had happened was I kind of seen the. I was like I would say like I was the running man. My one foot was where Bobby Trillito is, and my back foot was still like right here, and the area where I know I'm safe at. But it's all about not being comfortable. Like I want to make sure that scares me. That's like fuck. Like I made some certain songs, and even on Bobby Trillito, I was just nervous to show people certain songs. So I was like, man, they're gonna fucking think I'm corny, or you know what I'm saying? And but it's just like those were the songs that everybody liked the best, which is crazy. But so like 5 pack, I pretty much say like Bobby Trillito's like 5 pack, like a fully linked one because on 5 pack I had the boom bap song. I had the of course I had the bangers, and then I had the one with Dende, which is probably like one of my most popular
Yeah,
songs. And me seeing the fucking how do you say the reaction from that, it was just like, oh wow, like this is it, like this is. And then
this
people
is the
tell me too,
sound I
like,
gotta
bro,
take.
I can hear this on the radio. I feel like this is what you're really supposed to be doing. And then I was like, damn, maybe you're right. So I was like, man, maybe I need to try to like experiment with more sounds, get
Yeah,
more funky with it. I want to be able to like I have been doing, like performing for older crowds and not just doing the kind of the banger shit, like the straight hardcore rap shit. Like on the shows I've been doing, it's just really been more like boom bap-ish, and then like the song with Dende and like Make Time, and like I'll do the guitar and cover like a Green Day song or something, and it gets everybody into it. And of
Yeah.
course, I'll be acting a fool, so everybody's like really in tune with my character and like they get attached, so it's tight.
Bobby Trolito,
Mm.
you slightly mentioned it. You said you were still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's familiar with Tejano music, then correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the, I mean, even the cover
Yeah,
of the Bobby
exactly.
Pulido.
Yeah, that's exactly
Uh,
what.
and I remember we talked about how you say your believe your family
Yeah,
was kind of like
yeah,
Tejano,
all the way
your
for sure,
grandpa.
for sure. Yeah, he's super. Yeah, he's the man. He wins awards and shit. The
Yeah,
man's cold like that. I think that's definitely. I know we were joking about it earlier, but I definitely that's where I got my musical genes
yeah.
from and shit. And then my mom too, but just like hers is like more like all the knowledge of the music as I got from her because she just listened to fucking everything. So
So now that you bring that up, just to get not really too personal, but a little personal.
yeah, yeah, come on.
Um, how much do they help you as far as your career goes? As far as telling you what to do, what not to do. This is good. This is not a good idea.
That really just let me do my own thing. It's really just been me because it's so different from my grandpa does. He has his own studio. How he helped me when I was first 15 and was trying to record music, he let me in his studio and I know what the hell I was doing. I used to record the songs like all in one take. Like I didn't go in there and punch in and shit. That's what I'm
Learn how to
saying.
do
Like I didn't
it.
understand the process, but he just let me do what I do. He didn't even
Yeah.
tell me or nothing. I don't know if he kind of hoed me in a sense, but all right, just let me learn. But yeah, so I mean, he helped me out in the early stages, but as far as now, it's just everyone lets me do my thing, and they're like, "Damn, that's so dope! Like we're proud of you." Blah
Yeah.
blah. They just like the fact that I'm actually making money from it now, so it's
That's awesome.
okay. Yeah,
So Bobby Cholito came out. I think it came out around September,
it was like October, November, like
October.
late October, yeah, but November pretty
Yeah, yeah,
much.
around those times. Um, like I said, we talked about the idea where the idea came about.
Yeah, for sure.
Were you nervous? Because again, this was more of an artistic sound, more showing your artist side. Were you nervous at all when you released it? As far as let's see what kind of feedback I get on this one, especially after
Fuck,
5 pack.
fuck yeah! What the fuck? That shit was scary as hell. I was like, I had a whole listening party and like a lot of people. It was like more people than I expected, and it was like I filled the room up. So I'm like, shit, now I gotta play this shit, and I'm
Oh,
scared because like certain songs I was like, I'll play in front of anybody because them hoes knock. But then when it gets to more like Make Time and like Still Me and like Fuck 'Em All and Imperfection, and they're just like, whoa, whoa, what's going on? But then it, like I said, it turned around for the better, and everyone was like gravitated towards those where I was more the ones I was scared of are the ones everybody likes. So
yeah,
I was just kind of relieved, but fuck yeah, definitely nervous, man. Trying something new and not know, people know me from that one certain sound and they know I kill the freestyles and all that shit, but it's
yeah.
like, what's really gonna happen? What are you really gonna do,
The overall feedback, what you've been getting,
Oh, it's all I don't,
the
man.
favorite track off the album, all that stuff. What all you been getting on that?
I don't really get a lot of haters, man. I mean, maybe because I'm not.
You're hard to hate, man.
I guess, yeah, yeah, that too. But motherfuckers say I sound like a little girl too,
you're
and I
good
was like, okay, I
vibes.
get that, I get that. That's understandable. But I guess I'm not popping up yet where I got like, but it's man, it's all love, and
Yeah,
definitely Make Time, Still Me, Imperfections, probably top three, and those are the livest ones I think too. And which one else? Oh, Zoned Out. That was a surprising one
yeah,
where everyone like because I think that had like a more H Town sound to it, so that's cool because I got to still tap into that kind of world. But yeah, shit was man. I'm just what I'm saying. I'm
yeah,
glad motherfuckers liked it and it wasn't not to say throwing money in anything's a waste of time, but it was just like I didn't blow all my
yeah.
money,
For
and I
no
did because
reason,
man, I got
basically.
made my money back, which it don't even matter. I don't care. Everybody liked the shit. It was dope. It was cool. So I'm just gonna keep it going and see where else it takes me.
See, when my first reaction when I played it,
Yeah.
I got two copies. Got a
Huh.
copy over here. I don't know if y'all can see it,
Yeah.
but
Shouts.
this was the main reason for that copy.
Huh.
Um,
I'm the only one too. Fuck everybody.
yeah, you're the only one. We got some over there. We just haven't been able to frame them yet.
Cool. Cool.
Um, but my first reaction to the album,
Did you hear the whole thing all the way through, or you just like jammed a couple
no,
back
as soon as
all the way through?
cause I got them late. Remember, it took forever for me to get them,
Yes. I think it was
but
everybody.
I
Yeah.
streamed them before I even got the copy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So first track, Never Fold.
Uh.
I'm like, okay, we're getting the aggressive Turok.
Cool,
You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah,
Talking
cool,
about
cool.
grabbing your bitch titties and all this shit. Talking about like Michael Strahan
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so I'm like, okay, this is Turok.
Hmm.
Next track comes on. It's like, okay, this is a little different Turok.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then as the album goes, it starts changing. Most Wanted, I think, is one of the tracks on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
My personal favorite, when I was just like, bro, rewind that verse again, heard it again. I was like, damn, I like deep music. So
Sick, yeah,
when you can hear a song and you picture a story,
yeah.
to me that's exactly what happened with that song.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie
appreciate
to
it.
you.
Thank you,
After
man.
Imperfection came out, I heard that song like 4 times before I even went to the next
It's
one.
real, bro.
Um,
Thank you. And then they killed it too.
then
They all
they
did it. Then
he was just
he brought a whole different element.
here earlier.
Yeah,
It's probably not gonna match with the interviews, but he was just here earlier.
yeah.
Different. I was wearing a different shirt.
The boy switched up like a game show host.
Hell
They do it
yeah!
all in the same day, but they switch
Hey,
jackets.
they're right here. We ain't even lying. We got all the shirts that we've worn today.
Uh, you got three. Well, got a heart of a hustler shirt. I like that one though.
Hell
That's,
yeah!
I'm glad. I'm glad you
Shout
got
outs
that,
to
bro. Yeah. Real.
lavish living over here.
Heart of
But
a hustler, mind of a G. Go ahead. My
but
bad.
no, my bad. So Imperfection was one of my personal favorite tracks. Was that a real story when you were talking about letting your grandma down
Oh,
and
for
stuff like
sure.
that?
Yeah, everything, and that was another thing with this album too. This was kind of my first piece of music where I threw it all out there. It was all vulnerable. My other music in the past, yeah, here and there, but this shit was like I laid it all out, and it was kind of good that I put it out into the world. Cause shit, that's why we all do music, or that's why y'all do what y'all do, man. We all do it to kind of escape from what
The
we got going
bullshit,
on
yeah.
for just like even a couple minutes, So I put it all out there, and I'm glad I did, cause I felt relieved. Like I let all those thoughts out. It's cool. What else we're gonna,
Yeah.
And I just gave a piece of myself to everyone, and yeah, shit, it turned out good. So
And
thank God.
and my initial comment was going to be before I got sidetracked.
My
So
bad.
the way the album started, aggressively, and then it started to change a little bit. The mood started to change.
Yeah.
But as a fan, I was still feeling it.
Hmm.
Was this meant to be like that? To where it's like, okay, this is too raw.
Hmm.
Now here's the new too raw, or did
Definitely.
it just happen to fall that way?
Nah, definitely. It was like it was planned out because I said it at the release party too. The shit, it's an album, but it's a roller coaster ride. It's start here with the usual, and then we're like, oh, what the hell, we're seeing new
Yeah,
things, and then it's like, well, we're going here, and then we're like, okay, we're going back here, then we're going like right here, and then we're going, what the fuck, no guitar, what the fuck, like what I'm saying, and then it was just like it was crazy. Like
yeah,
I don't feel like it was a settled tone the whole way. If it went this way, then it went that way, then it went okay, we're back here, and then it went back there. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just doing this shit, but
yeah.
I hope you know what I
We
mean.
would just play a beat, make it look like you're
Yeah, I'm
dancing
in there
over there.
fucking.
I must say, it was very bold to
Mhm.
press CDs.
I appreciate that a lot,
That was a
actually.
bold ass move.
But it's because, man, we OGs. People don't understand. We come from that, like, bro, you know the champ.
Yeah.
I know, like, bro, it's
Shout
just
out to Champ.
for sure. And it's like, man, people don't know the old school grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I like to keep that a part of me. It's like I fuck with all the streamings and shit too. But it's like I'm trying to merge them. Even I probably won't be pressing CDs forever, but
Yeah, yeah.
it was
No,
good. I
but
did it like that.
I think it's fucking dope in a way of it's I don't even know what the word would be, but it's kind of like memorabilia in a way, bro. Because when I buy the CDs, I never plan to listen to them. My car don't even have a CD player.
A
But
lot of people say that shit too.
first, it was just to show love, show support.
Real appreciate that
Second,
too.
I knew I was gonna have a studio eventually, and I told you, hey, I'm eventually gonna have a studio. I'm gonna put it up, and that's exactly what I did. Because as somebody that I preach about showing love and support, and I stand by it.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was kind of like pressing the CD is dope because nobody does that no more.
Yeah, it's a lost art.
It is, all bullshit aside, it sounds like bullshit, but it is, bro. And I feel like as a music artist, it's always cool to have that physical copy, even if
Hell
you ain't
yeah.
gonna jam it.
Hell yeah.
Just
You get
hey, I got this. Not hold on, let me look him up right quick. I
eh,
don't know. Maybe like I said, we're old. I don't know, but
man, I
you
don't
young
give
as
a
fuck still.
damn. Nah,
I let you-
I'm a young OG out here, but nah, I still like, man. People used to fucking send me pictures, like on Twitter, on Facebook, or something. Like, man, remember when you gave me this in high school? And it would just be like a CD with like marker on it and shit. I was like, damn, that's crazy that you still have that. It's just it's kind of like shit like that. Like
Yeah.
maybe further down the line, people like, man, I still got this one because I only did 100 of those, and you know what I'm saying they all sold or whatever. I probably got like 10 something left, but they all sold, and it was cool because it was like come to the listening party if you want to hear the album, boom. You want to buy the album, buy. It was before it was on streaming platforms, anything, and that's how I did it. Like the only way you could hear the album is if you went and you bought the shit.
And you
You know what I'm
bought it. Yeah.
saying? Until like a couple days when the streaming
When
shit
it's
got
yeah.
together, but it's like I wanted to sense like give the people a sense like they're invested into something like damn I was the first one to hear because I got the fucking I
Because you
got
got
the
the
actual
physical
yeah.
copy. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there was only a first the first couple days it dropped. There was the first like 100 people that
Yeah.
got to listen to it and just heard it and lived with it. So that was dope.
I got fucked because I didn't get my copy till 3 weeks
I
later.
know, bro. I
And
felt so
that
bad.
shit don't make no sense. I was like, he shipped it. It should be here the next day. Because usually that's how it works. That
And I feel
shit,
we're not in. It's not a different. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
it's fucking,
State.
yeah, it was like an hour away. And I was like,
But now what happened was all that hurricane shit. Didn't that shit just happen?
I
And
know,
they said
man.
it put. That's what my mom told me. I was like, hey, that shit shipped up. I told my mom to send that shit, and she's like, yeah, but they said they're behind because of the floods or some shit. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
this is not the wave.
I had the frame and everything. I think that's why I framed it because I had bought the frame. I'm telling you, I knew my intentions from the get go.
Bro,
And I was like, well,
man.
shit, now I got a frame, but I ain't got no CD to go with it.
Hey, low key, if I ever get bigger, whatever, like, bro, it's tight that you have that shit. Like,
Yeah, no,
everybody that has that shit, they're gonna be like, I
man,
remember, bro.
the first
And those are gonna be
legit
the
out,
ones.
yeah.
That's gonna be the ones. Like I'm at the shows. I'm like, what? Oh hell yeah! Let me see that shit. I'm like, bro, take a picture with me.
um, one thing though, that I
Huh?
do have to say, what's up with some visuals, man?
Ah, that's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing. That's and you know what's so funny? I wanted to shoot a video for Wanted, and I just got the director. The same dude that Poppy Chew were kind of talking about it, and then bro, I didn't even know fucking Bo Bundy had just did something. It was the exact same thing that I was going for, so I was like, fuck, I don't even want to do it no more. So
Talking
it's
about the
kind of
Western style.
yes, bro.
Yeah,
I
shout out to
had
Bo
the
Bundy.
that was genius too, and that's exactly I want the poncho and everything. I wanted a fake mustache really long with the fucking hat and the guns on the side. I was like, she's gonna go hard, but here I did it, so I was like, fuck. And then now it's like I'm already making new songs that I want to do visuals for, but it's like I'm tired. But I definitely we plan to shoot Make Time pretty soon. Like
Make time, yeah.
yeah,
Make time was also a jam.
yeah, this is a smooth one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But the videos gonna be tight. I'm trying to step up the visuals too and
yeah.
make them really pop out.
Yeah, because I was like, that's one thing that's missing with this whole project.
Yeah,
There was not a visual that
yeah.
came out for for
Yeah.
any other
I
tracks.
might drop Boss Up, but it was
Yeah,
very like it was under the radar type shit.
yeah. Um, take this back to September. You were in the Wiggy Wiggy Challenge.
Uh.
How did you feel about how everything went about?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I never said I never said it on live.
I wasn't gonna let it go.
Nah, definitely don't. Definitely don't. Nah, they asked me at 979, but they didn't really ask me on the cam though. It was cool. I mean, I honestly I didn't even feel like I was gonna win because the one I thought was gonna win was the dude in the barbershop. Cause this is how I feel. Where do you do music? We from a person that doesn't do music, you can tell like what they like. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to what I think they like. I know, especially Mexican people, when you say something about Donald Trump, either this or that to them, people, oh yeah, oh fuck Donald Trump, fuck him. So I thought the dude in the barbershop was gonna win, and I was just like, the kind of fan base SPM has.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can go to the car show and see they still got the long shorts and the
yeah,
you know what I'm saying and all that. So I understand. I feel like my shit is not. I mean, I could rock that for sure, no problem. Like if I was in the show, if I did win, and I would have rocked it, no question. But it's just different kinds of fans.
yeah,
So I know for the kind of flow that I did, people in and then like where we're gonna show SPM. SPM don't know nothing about no damn hot girl summer. They don't know about nothing about
He's not up to date.
city girls, and he's probably like, "What the fuck is he even saying?" So, and then also I felt like I didn't even know. I knew, but I didn't know because I didn't. I try not to watch everybody's.
Yeah,
I was being. I was like, man, fuck, I want to win because that would be thorough because I dropped the album literally the day before, so it would have been perfect. But I didn't get no cosign, man. My man's had the cosign. He had the and he put it right at the beginning, so
yeah,
that was smart. And then I was like, well, SPM knows this guy, so he's obviously probably gonna like It's
That was
a
fucking smart by Clever.
that was hella
That
smart.
was fucking smart.
That was so I was just like, yeah. And then it's like for someone to put that into it, like that much into it, bro,
Yeah,
take it.
he
You,
went
you
all out.
deserve. Bro, I sat in a car. Like I don't deserve. I don't deserve shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I felt like the comments said it all because the comments were few of my people, sure, but in the comments, that was the real shit, and that's what mattered most to me. I didn't win, sure,
Yeah,
but the comments said what it was, bro. Like my shit, all the comments, motherfuckers were showing love. Motherfuckers I don't even know. And like, man, this guy should take it right here. This guy, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, this is where it's at right here. This is where I feel like what it
yeah.
was, but it didn't work out in that favor, and it's cool. But fuck it. I can't win.
Can't win
My
them
boy.
all.
That's what I'm saying. My
Can't
boy
win them
Big Cuz
all.
told me I was in the H Town rap battle. I got to like the last three. I slipped up. Started freestyling some bullshit. And usually I can freestyle pretty good. But just in this particular instance, it was just so many people, and I was just like, fuck, it was some bullshit. So I didn't deserve to win. And then, my boy Big Cuz told me, he was like, bro, you can't win them all. So you can't win everything. So it's like, all right, that's fair. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Gotta let people win sometimes. And you could tell, what I'm saying? Boys ain't never won nothing.
Somebody gotta
nah,
lose. Somebody gotta lose, man. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about that just because I haven't heard.
no, that's cool.
Everybody that's
I'm
been
glad.
involved, I've been asking. I'm like, I don't think nobody has really pulled that out. I know 97.9 interviewed y'all, but I didn't see nothing being.
Yeah. They
released.
had there was more. It was more like off camera kind of
Hashtag no
shit.
free promos, by the way.
Uh,
But
boy.
yeah. So, anyways, was there anybody that I know you say you didn't watch all of them, but was there anybody that maybe you were surprised didn't make the top five?
Man, you fuck with Lopez. I mean, I think she still performed. I don't know if they picked just the girl winner, and then
Lopez, yeah.
she kills, bro. She goes hard. She's scary though. She could probably beat me up, but she's tight.
She gonna rape your ass.
I'm with it though. Let's go. Lopez, she was cold. Man, there was a couple more where I was like, yo, why is this guy not? He was cold.
Yeah.
But then there was a lot of like,
Why the fuck is he on here?
not
Yeah.
even that. I don't try to be hey, but there's like little mocos and shit like that. Like those kind of guys.
Little mocos.
Yeah, some dude. He got the lokes on and shit. Well, I
can't
come
recall.
from the barrio and you know it's so good. Repping for my city, yeah, repping for my hood. You know that?
Hey, earlier I was talking about your character. I just noticed you got a goddamn
What am I looking at? What?
your tattoo over here. You got fucking Kool-Aid man over
Oh
here.
yeah, no, that's for Mac, man. Mac, Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza is actually first song like that I ever heard when I heard Mac Miller. And Mac Miller's like a big influence on my style.
Yeah.
So I had to get the tab, man, because when he passed away, I was like, what? Fuck. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that was one of my favorite artists of like the new
The new generation.
Yeah, because when we came up, man, we got all our old school, but like even when I was coming out of high school, it was real like Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, Kid Cudi. Remember that like little era? J Cole was just coming in, Kendrick was just getting started. It was like the golden era for real for us. So and then Mac was just one of those people I gravitate to. I tell people all the time I like a lot of white rappers because I feel like when I'm Mexican in this shit. I'm already a minority, so in that sense, I kind of feel them. Even though there's a lot more white rappers than Mexican rappers,
Yeah.
but just being a minority to a predominantly black sport is like, yeah, I kind of feel that. Like it's harder for us to get in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, boy, got a
Yeah,
Kool-Aid
killing
pizza
it.
over
I
here.
got these pimples, man. Hope y'all ain't in HD over here. Shit is horrible. But yeah, R.I.P. Mac.
So 2020's here.
Huh?
I know everybody makes these 2020 vision jokes.
Yeah.
But what's in the vision of Too Raw for 2020, man?
Shit, more visuals, like you said, for sure. I gotta step up the visual game. Just trying to be more consistent, man. I took so long to drop music. Now I feel like I dropped this shit and it's all bubbling up. Now I gotta kind of keep going and keep my foot on the neck. So now I'm just gonna keep like dropping singles, and I've been working like how I've been working with the with the more funk shit, and then I'm still having the bangers on the back end, and just try to get my shit more out there. I'm gonna perform I think in LA in April. So that's all. I'm trying to get more out there
Going
and
outside Texas. That's
yeah.
what's up.
I was trying to actually plot a tour like just Texas. That's why I reached out to Vega, and then my boy Russ does like he got like how do you say plugs in the venues in Austin. So I was gonna do like a Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, then last Houston, like just the four.
Yeah.
So we're still like in the works of that, but I'm trying to see what everything's gonna cost and then make because I'm everything's on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm independent as fuck, so I gotta rent the venues, and I know like probably Dallas would probably be my biggest market because every time I do shows out there, it goes down like it's throwed.
Yeah.
And then everything else is kind of like I know probably like 30, 40 people will probably show at best. But that's like if I have like two people to help me out from each city. maybe bring like 50, 60 people. I'm totally happy with that. Except the Houston show, obviously, I'm gonna sell
Yeah.
that bitch out. Let's be real. Come on. But yeah, those other ones I still want to tap into those markets, and I've been meeting more people. You know, I do shows in Houston. And they're like, I met this chick and she's like, "Oh, I do art. I'm from Austin. You should do a show in Austin. The hip hop scene's so dead out here. Blah blah blah." It's like, man, you're right. And it's like, I know like a lot of people on Facebook have me from Austin. A lot of people from Instagram. I just posted a video, like a repost or something. The dude was like, "Hey, you got love out here in Austin, man. Much love." Blah blah. Dude, I just met this dude from Austin in Pittsburgh because I went out there for Mac's birthday,
Yeah, yeah,
and then I met him. So it's like, bro, I just keep meeting people from. So every time I go, I want to just invite everybody, and then yeah, that's why we're gonna try to plot the tour, and then like I said, visuals, more shows out of state. I'm trying to get more out there for sure, and get my thing going. I'm trying to get like a publicist type thing, man. I want to see my shit. And this was crazy too. I don't even, man, fuck. It's like I want to get in the big blogs like Pitchfork and like XSL and Mass Appeal,
yeah,
but now I'm feeling like that's not even in no more. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Now it's like switching just to Instagram. So now it's more like I don't know, the stupid meme pages like No Chill Latinos and shit like that.
yeah.
But they got millions of followers and they let people like promote their shit. So I'm really trying to figure out that little puzzle of like getting reposted on there. They got millions of followers. At least a
Let me
good
get a
couple
piece
thousand
of
people.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, a good couple thousand people are gonna see my shit and be like, "Yeah, it's actually not bad." Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
People might fucking hate it. Who knows? But it's better to go for. I'm trying to get my shit more out there on the eyes. Like it's there. I got a thing and it's working. It's going great. But it's like more people need to. I need to get more eyes
More
on
more
me.
people to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Two Raw perform,
Huh.
I've seen you perform once.
Once.
Once. South
Ah
by
man, you said you was gonna
Southwest.
come to the show at the Rock Gym, bro. How come you
Bro,
ain't come, man? That shit was
bro.
live.
It's
White people was sitting on the floor drinking wine and eating cheese. It was
eating
incredible.
cheese.
And I'm up
Man,
there
it's like I told you,
doing dumb shit.
it's always something popping up that has stopped me. But I've seen you perform once,
Huh.
and the energy you had on stage at South by Southwest.
Much love for
How
you.
the hell does somebody get to still spit their verse while doing like 50 jumping jacks or whatever the hell you
Huh.
was doing on stage? That is wild. So if you haven't checked out Two Raw, make sure you go to one of his upcoming shows.
Do
And
it.
if you're white, you don't have to be hype.
You
He'll
white
have you
folks.
he will have you vibing. And I
Yeah.
seen this.
Do the
Nah, but
clap thing and whatever y'all be doing. It's just live.
no, but
Nah,
I'll
do
push
it.
it aside though. The energy you bring, bro. I'm not just saying this. I've told them even when you're not around, like this dude has a badass vibe, good ass energy. That's why before I had even personally met you, I
Yeah.
was fucking with you and supporting you because I'm like, there's a you're a little bit younger than me, so
Yeah.
my head I would tell my girl I was like, this kid is fucking special, man, just because
Dude.
the vibe you bring, the energy, and you're talented. So whenever just to wrap everything up, whenever I heard Bobby Trulito and got to see that you were actually willing to show your artistic side, I was like, that's what he needs because
Bro.
you can be talented as fuck, but if the world don't hear it, bro, then it's just a
Yes.
waste of talent.
Exactly.
So I'm glad you were able to expose that to show people that you are talented and you're not scared to do so. And just shit, best luck to you, man. And I
Bro.
mean,
I
this
appreciate
ain't
that a
it.
lot too, bro. Thank you, man. Seriously. Means a
Nah,
lot, bro. You the man,
man,
bro.
you got it, man. And we're gonna have
Let
you
me get
back.
a clip of that everything you just said, and I'm gonna post that shit. That was fire. That was dope. Thank you. I really
You
appreciate it.
got it, man. We're gonna have you back though, because if you're
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
this, we have another dimension to this podcast we're trying to implement, and we're trying to make it a
This part
point.
one. This part one.
This is part one. We're trying to make it a point where he's the first person to do it because we talked about it with him before anybody else, and it's been failing. We haven't been able to make it happen. But we'll have you back. And shit, it's late as fuck. Y'all might be watching this at 6 in the morning, but it's actually pretty late. I
Yeah.
don't know how far you stay.
That's fire.
Not far. Okay, well, shit. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming out here this late.
Man, appreciate you.
And
Man, we've been trying to set this shit up for like
for,
months. I feel
and
like.
it was always something happening.
Yeah.
But finally we got part one done.
Yeah, it
Part two is
is.
gonna be lit as fuck. It's a whole different idea. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah.
But Too Raw, man, Too Raw. Make sure you fucking look him up on Instagram, OMG Too Raw. Look him up on YouTube, on Twitter.
All that.
He'll have you laughing. He's a character. He always pulling these holes and all kinds of random stories you gonna be
I got
hearing.
great stories, man.
And
That's for another time.
make sure you stream the music. Bobby
Please.
Trulito, available on all streaming services. And check out Imperfection, one of my favorite tracks.
Man,
Any
thank you.
last shout outs?
Man, just shout out everybody who's been supporting, everybody who's gonna become a supporter in the future. I'm already shouting you out. That's called foreshadowing. If y'all didn't study English literature in high school, but yeah, that's a big part of it. And just everybody who's rocking with me, everybody who you know what I'm saying shows love, gives me this platform. I've been on this crazy like little run of just like all these podcasts and shit, and I fuck with you because you fuck with me from the get go. Like once you did that first, like bro, you've been rocking with me ever since, and it's never been
Yeah.
like you. It was no agendas type shit. It was like bro, you just genuinely fuck with me. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all. OMG number two in the raw and everything. OMG two raw number two, and much love, man. Thank you guys.
Alrighty. Too raw, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry that was
Appreciate
long.
y'all.
My bad. Was that long?
You good? Nah, you good, bro.